So for anybody that's just joining in, welcome. Welcome. Pepsiman Any Percent. This is Losers Bracket Round 2, or no. Losers Bracket Match 2. This is the second match of Losers Bracket, which means that one of these guys is going home. So, again, I already said this before, not even like a couple minutes ago, but stakes are high, pressure's high. But in the end, we're all gonna get a good match. So hopefully, here in just a few minutes, you guys are about to see some of the most like crazy stuff you've ever seen in Pepsiman. Maybe not, but if either of these guys go for any like major skips, that's gonna be very exciting to watch. So I'm excited. You guys should also be excited. It's gonna be it's gonna be intense. Oh, by the way, so my name is Mick Cooper. I also speedrun Pepsiman. You could say I'm pretty good at this game. But if you don't know, I hold the world record for any percent. So, yeah. I don't really consider it a huge deal, especially when it comes to marathons like this, where my world record doesn't really mean anything because I can't really get world record in a marathon because of the circumstances of the race itself. Essentially, so I run the game on PlayStation 2, which means you can on PS2 there's an option for fast disk speed, which cuts the load times down by about half. And on emulator, which is what these two are playing on, you cannot turn the loading times, like you can't enable fast disk speed because it's emulating the PS1 itself. So, and the PS1 never had an option like that. And what I've done is so, like, it's, you know, the only way I think these guys can get anything close to like an 1820, at least on emulator, is they have to do a completely perfect run. Okay, so here we are. We're setting up. Both the guys are ready to go, and I think they're just about to start. So get ready, guys. Here we go. And Ghost has left the building. Oh, he turned the light off. He just turned his light off. I was like, where'd he go? Where'd he go? All right, here we go. Yeah, Ghost is gone. He is now a ghost. Jeez. John versus Emilio? Yeah, it was a really hype match. It was very, very close. It was like the closest race we've had so far. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Okay, so Jonathan's going ahead and starting, which means that we're going to go ahead and get this race underway. So welcome to the first match, or the second match of Losers Bracket. So this is Jonathan versus Fantasma, aka Ghost Senpai. Both these guys are going to probably go for like the same tricks. So this is probably either going to be a really close race or something akin to that. So here we go. So we're starting off in 1-1, and Fantasma immediately dies. That's... I'm sorry. So anyway, Ghost starts off with a death. Very unfortunate, of course. Jonathan, he was going for canless until a point, and then he stopped going for canless. Fantasma, I'm not sure if he's going to go for canless, but let's see if he can pull one out. He might be actually try and get ahead at some point if he can do canless. So let's see. Oh, he gets... Wait, okay. So he's in the trash can section with no cans. Let's see. Jonathan, meanwhile, he's doing really well. He's going really fast. He's hitting all of his dashes, getting all those dash spacings right. Oh, Ghost got 3 cans. All right, so no canless for Ghost. So Ghost is going to be behind by a little bit, coming out of 1-1. Very unfortunate, actually. to start off the match to immediately die. But you know, it's a long game, and by long I mean it's about 20 minutes. But we can definitely see some major changes going on in the runs soon. So, yeah, just because Ghost is this far behind does not mean it's the end. So Jonathan right now is going to go into 1-2. He might go for Canless here because Canless 1-2 is very easy. So, okay, he trips on a roadblock. Awesome. And he collects 3 cans, so he's not going to get the... Oh, got hit again. That's not good. So he gets a couple cans here and there. Still grabbing cans. Ghost now enters 1-2. And they might be even, actually, because Jonathan got hit twice, so Ghost actually has a chance to catch up. He dashes over the hole. Fantasma's doing okay. He's doing good. Didn't get hit. Well, as I say that, he got hit. Commentator's curse at its best. Anyways, so Jonathan's at the skateboard section. Fantasma is following right behind him. Both these guys are essentially neck and neck. Ghost still has every right to catch up. So Jonathan finishes 1-2. Not canless, but close enough. He gets a 105. And Ghost runs into somebody on the street. Does not do a break dash. Unfortunate. So what we're gonna... Oh, is it me or is Jonathan's time off? I think his time might be loadless. It's either loadless or it's making the timer run slower. I just now noticed that. So the gameplay might speak for itself, but Jonathan just for the record, Jonathan's time does not actually reflect what's going on here. If we need to look at a time, we need to look at Fantasma's time, because Jonathan's time as of right now is not reflecting the actual RTA. It's reflecting the in-game time. So it's the time of the game without loads. There we go. Yeah, so it paused as soon as Pepsiman started running because that's a loading screen. So yeah, we're seeing Jonathan in a loadless timer. So as of right now, Ghost's timer is currently in RTA, so we need to go off of that. But so anyway, Jonathan is in 2-1, and so far so good. He's in the barrel section now. This barrel section can either be like super easy or really difficult depending on how you do it. Ghost dies again on the... Oh no, spawning right into 2-1 only to immediately get run over. That's unfortunate. Jonathan, meanwhile, he's cruising along 2-1 just fine. He doesn't really care about canless, which means that he is just doing the movement he knows how to do, and that is totally fine. Sometimes you have to sacrifice canless in order to get some decent movement, and that's totally okay. Sometimes I do that too in my runs. It's totally a viable strategy. And as of right now, Jonathan is just cruising along. He is schmoovin' right now. Ghost, meanwhile, he's catching up. He's making a comeback, actually. You know, he may have died right away in 2-1, but ever since then, he's doing pretty well. Jonathan having no issues getting through that part. He is out. Ghost, meanwhile, he's still trailing behind. He's collecting a lot of cans, I'm noticing. He's collecting a lot of cans. So, if you don't know, collecting a can, depending on how many you collect, will actually set you back by quite a few seconds, actually. So, the fact that... Oh, no, Ghost gets hit by the excavator. That's not good. No break dash, so he's going to be behind. Let's see. It's kind of hard to tell how far behind they are because Jonathan's time does not reflect RTA. But Jonathan is like he's very far ahead. He's in 2-2 right now, and he does not go for canless. So we're just gonna have to rely on his movement. Jonathan right now, he's doing really well. He didn't get hit that much. He got hit a couple of times so far. He does not just stroll down the slope. Oh, he's gonna do the thing. Oh, there we go. Yep, he just went straight down the slope without having to stop and worry about it. So if you go down the slope right there in 2-2, you actually go way faster than dashing. So if you go down the slope and you start jumping a lot, you can actually maintain the speed for a long time. We saw Monge do that earlier, and that's one of the main reasons why that slope is so good in this level. Jonathan is not... He is just flying through the stage. He is not getting hit by anything. His movement is clean. If only he didn't collect those cans, he would have a secure lead right now, but Ghost right now, he's catching up. He might be a little bit behind, but he's catching up. His movement is getting way better now. So Jonathan finishes 2-2 pretty convincingly, and he is now in the chase section. And this chase section is it's not too hard. I've discovered that you can actually just sit on like one side and then transition to the other side. And just sit there for like, you know, about 20 seconds each. So this one's not that hard. So Ghost completes 2-2 in 1:16. That's actually not bad. It's not a bad time at all. Very, very few mess ups in 2-2 from both these guys actually. So Jonathan, I believe he's like a full level ahead, basically almost. Like Fantasma just started the chase and Jonathan just got done with the chase. So what we're about to see is 3-1. 3-1 could possibly change the course of this run. I'm not sure because as far as I know, neither of these guys go for truck skip, and truck skip saves close to 20 seconds, about 18 seconds. No, it is 20 seconds. Yeah, it saves around 20 seconds. So neither of these guys, I don't think, are going to go for truck skip, which means we might not see it here. So we'll have to see what they can pull out instead. That's not truck skip. So Jonathan right now, he's in 3-1. He's just trying to avoid the trucks. They're on a set pattern based on the distance you're at. So when you're at a set location, the trucks will actually spawn. So you can actually control when they spawn based on the distance that you're at. And Jonathan, of course, he does not go for truck skip. He's just going to play it safe. Fantasma right now, he is just now entering 3-1. Jonathan's now at the final checkpoint. Ghost, he is not... Why is he sliding under the low logs? Huh. I wonder about that. But anyways, so Ghost gets hit in the log section, so it's gonna send him back like another couple of seconds, I want to say. Jonathan, meanwhile, he's already past that section. He's just flying through these streets. This level past truck skip is so boring, and Ghost gets hit again. He might need to collect some more cans, because you don't want to risk dying at this part, because that means you got to sit through another like whole section of this log truck, and you don't want to do that. So Ghost gets through the section. Jonathan, meanwhile, is already done with 3-1. Now, just because Jonathan is this far ahead does not mean that it's secure. There's a lot more that goes on in this run than just truck skip and then 4-1 truck skip. 3-2 is notorious for having little checkpoints. There's only 2 checkpoints in the level, and there's one at the very basically at the very start, right before the barrel section. And then there's one at the start of the mine shaft, which is less than halfway through the stage. So if you die in the mine shaft, you're losing a lot of time. Fantasma though, he gets through 3-1 just fine, despite the setbacks. Jonathan's just now getting to the barrel section in 3-2. And if you get hit here at all, you die, like, instantly. So if Jonathan gets hit by anything, he's going to be set back by about 15-20 seconds, I want to say. But he gets through it just fine. Now this part is notorious, as what I just said before. Like, if you die, it's a massive, massive time loss. This is probably the biggest single time loss in the entire game. And he gets hit in the mineshaft section. As long as he doesn't die, it's fine. As long as he doesn't die. Like, if he keeps his movement, like, strong, his movement's strong, he's moving alright, and he doesn't die. Like, dying, I think, is the worst punishment in this level. Because it's just so long. Like, the checkpoint is just not good for this at all. Okay, he plays that part safe. Ghost dies in the... Oh, no. Ghost dies in the barrel section. Okay, Jonathan coming up to the end of 3-2. No boulder trolling? Alright, we're out. We out. Oh, Fantasma hits the wall. He hits the wall. His dash ended right before he hit the wall. So he didn't just bust through it. Jonathan's now done with stage 3, and all he's got to do is just do the log section. And this log... Oh, Fantasma! He got hit with jump glitch, and he didn't die. Oh, man, that was kind of spicy from Fantasma. Like, he got hit with the jump glitch, but he didn't die. It was just enough so that way he didn't die. But Jonathan is now in the chase section. This chase section is not that hard. This is the easiest chase in the game. For anyone who was just watching the earlier match today, Mia and Marlon made comments about this chase actually being very formulaic. Like, it's very easy to read where the next log is going to be at. So, and even if you don't know where it's coming from, you can easily react to it. Oh no. Oh, I just realized that Fantasma died. That's what I was talking about. If you die in this level, you get sent back all the way to that last checkpoint, and it's a pain. It is a pain to try and come back from. Is Jonathan gonna go for truck skip? Oh, he gets the fast hit, and he's gonna get it. He gets it. Let's go. Jonathan got the truck skip in 4-1. Fantasma is just now finishing 3-2. And Jonathan dies to the truck. You can see the look on his face. He was not happy about that death right there, but... Oh, he gets hit again by another car. Ooh, this is kind of spicy from Jonathan right now. So Fantasma is now in the logs section. Again, this is not very... There's really not that difficult whatsoever. He can get through it pretty easily, I believe. And Jonathan right now, he's about to come up on the last checkpoint in 4-1. And this part, from what I hear, is notorious for dropping a lot of inputs, especially this part. Because there's a lot of pits in like really awkward places. In my experience, I don't really have a whole lot of issue with this stage, but a lot of other people do, so It's worth mentioning that this part drops a lot of inputs for a lot of like emulator players. And wait, Fantasma dies in the log chase. I think that's the first time someone has died in a chase section in this whole tournament. Jonathan, just now finishing 4-1. So that confirms that he is about a level and a half ahead now of Fantasma. So unless Jonathan messes up 4-2 by a lot, then he might be taking this race, but who knows? It's not over until it's over. So right now, he's playing 4-2 extremely safe. He's not dashing or anything on the conveyor belts. He's perfectly fine just running across them like normal. Fantasma right now is just entering 4-1 after dying to the log section. Very unfortunate from Fantasma. I don't think anyone has actually died in the log chase or any chase section period in this tournament so far. At the end of the day, though, it's really not a big deal since, you know, without Ghost, we wouldn't even have a tournament right now. Ghost, by the way, is the tournament organizer, if you guys didn't know. So, he's been having his hands full with a lot recently, which I'm not trying to make excuses for him. I'm just saying that, like, he's been very busy. I don't know if he's had time to practice this. And, oh man, Jonathan right now. Oh man, his movement is looking really crisp. 115 coming into the sled section. Fantasma right now is just entering the trash can section in 4-1. Jonathan, I think, has got this in the bag. He might be walking out. Oh no, he dies in the... Ooh! Ooh, now that is spicy. That is 100% prime salt right there. You saw him reel back in his chair. He was not happy about that death whatsoever. I wouldn't be happy about it either if it were me. So, but he gets on the second try. He's like, "Oh man, I can't believe I died there." Like, okay, Ghost right now is just finishing 4-1. I think Jonathan has this run secured. As long as he doesn't die in the chase section, then Fantasma has all, or Jonathan has every right to win this. So this is the last chase section of the entire game. It's probably the hardest one, because you're not going to know where the Pepsi can's going to spawn from. And they also throw you a bunch of curveballs. Like, it'll look like there's a Pepsi can that's like rolling really slowly, and then there's one that comes up right behind it and spawns, like, it like goes straight through it. Yeah, there's a lot of tricks in this one, and it requires a lot of practice, but you can actually just, like, you can easily get the pattern down in this level, and you can beat it like a boss. Jonathan, so far, I don't think he's gotten hit a single time in these chase sections. He's got them down. Oh, he almost got hit there, actually. Fantasma, meanwhile, he's just entering 4-2. He's actually doing really well. Jonathan finishes this race at 19:24, which means he is officially the winner of this losers match. So GG's to Jonathan. Let's see how Fantasma can close out 4-2. That's actually, I think that's one of the better times in the tournament so far. Like, 19 minutes is pretty good.
Drink Pepsi.
So Fantasma, still in 4-2. Let's see how we can close it out. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about the time. So his time is 20 minutes 21 seconds. And Fantasma gets hit in the sled section. That's unfortunate. It's not a huge time loss, but still, when you get hit in a vehicle section, it sucks because you die instantly. He's got enough lives to really work with though, so it's fine. All right, Fantasma gets out of the. He's done with 4-2. Now he's just got to close out the chase section, and that'll be it. Jonathan, officially this loser's match winner. He's going to be moving on to loser's semifinals and face off against Flying Marlin, which I think is going to happen next. If it's not that match next, then it's going to be me versus Emilio, which, trust me, as much as I'd like to play Emilio, I want to try and get loser's bracket out of the way first. That's what I want to do, but we're going to have to talk about it. Anyways, so Fantasma is right now closing in on the end of the race. As long as he doesn't mess up the chase section, which, given what happened in 3-3, I'm a little bit cautious, but... Oh, he got hit. Uh-oh. Ooh, this is tense. So when you get hit in these chase sections, it's actually harder to react to what's coming up to you. Oh, we got hit again. Oh, no, he's dead. Oh, he's dead. Oh, no. Oh, no, Oh, no, Ghost. Very unfortunate from Ghost. The worst part about these chase sections is if you die at any point, you go straight all the way back to the beginning. Which means there's no checkpoints, there's no save points, anything like that. When I was practicing this game when I first got it, I was in this chase section for what felt like about 30 to 40 minutes, just trying to figure out like what's going to happen next. Oh, Ghost gets hit again. Oh no. He's moving side to side. He's just trying to juke out the cans. Oh, he's out. Okay, he's done. All right, so 24:08 for Ghost against Jonathan's 20:21, which means that Ghost, unfortunately, is eliminated from the tournament. And Jonathan is going to move on to loser semifinals and face off against Flying Marlin. But with that being said, let's see if we can get them in here for an interview real quick, and we're going to close out today's stream. Ghost has gone from being visible to not visible to now being anime. What a transformation. And all within the span of about like 20 minutes. It's amazing. Ghost has now reached his final form, that of being anime. Okay, so just as a disclaimer, we're gonna have to cut the interviews section a little bit short because we're running a little bit low on time. So as soon as they get in here, we're gonna have to just ask them a few questions. Try to keep it brief. We need to get a move on here because SpeedGaming's schedule is very strict. I just got word that I think they're, no, Ghost is on the Spanish commentary as of right now. He's doing a Spanish interview, and then he's going to come over here to do the English interview. So give him a couple of minutes to do that interview, and then he's going to be over here doing this interview. Oh. Here we have Jonathan, the winner of today's match. Jonathan, good job and congratulations. How do you feel?
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks for having me as well. Yeah, so yeah, I'm quite glad. Yeah. Yeah, I think I messed up one too. I think I got hit twice, and that was just before the house section, which I sometimes get problems with. So like, yeah, coming up on the house section, I only have one life left, so one hit point left. So if I got messed up again there, I will die and respawn. But luckily I didn't mess up the house section. I think that's what happened in 1-2. And then luckily, yeah, I think it's all fine until all the way to 3-2 or 4-1, 4-1, where I got hit by a car. But yeah, I think, yeah, so I'm a bit worried about the beginning in 1-2, but then after that it's pretty smooth. I mean, for my standard, I mean, I'm not trying for truck skip in 3-1 anyway, so it's pretty smooth all the way until 4-1. But yeah, the death in 4-1 is not a significant time loss. I think it's just quite close to the checkpoint. And then yeah, and then 4-2 I got died at the last section as well. But yeah, again, it's not that significant time loss. I mean, it's the last door, but yeah, it's not that significant. But yeah, yeah. So yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. I think it's not that bad. Yeah, pretty glad that I still won the race. Yeah.
So one thing I did want to mention is that every time you did have some sort of significant time loss, it actually wasn't really that significant. So let's take that death that you had in, let's see, where was it? The death in 4-1 after the checkpoint. You lost about maybe, I don't know, 7 seconds at most, and it wasn't really that bad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like, I think, well, yeah, it's not like thing in 4-2. If you died in, yeah, there are definitely some sections where you can die and lost more time. Yeah, so I guess it's still fine. Yeah. And I think if I remember correctly, from 2-1 all the way to like 3-2, I didn't remember getting hit at all. So I even managed to survive the 3-1 truck where both of the locks are in the ground, which sometimes can be a bit tricky, but I managed to did not get hit in that. So yeah, I'm pretty glad overall. Yeah, again, I didn't really go for truck skips and didn't really go for canless. So yeah, I mean, for my standard 2-1 and 3-2 are basically
You liar! You went for 4-1 truck skip and you
I mean,
got
4-1
it.
is, yeah, like I mean 3-1. 3-1 truck skip, I didn't really go for it. But yeah, 4-1 I practiced it. Yeah, but 3-1 I didn't really practice it.
It's okay. 4-1 truck skip is very easy compared to the 3-1 truck skip. Very easy. Neither of you went for it, which it made it more even on that regard. I don't think I don't think Ghost went for 4-1 truck skip either. I think he just played both trucks safe. He had a lot of unfortunate events happen that cost him a lot of time. Both of you actually died in the last section 4-2, which is, in your case, I don't think it was more than anything more than like, I want to say like 15 to 20 seconds of time loss. So it wasn't really that bad. Ghost, on the other hand, I don't think Ghost. The only thing he messed up in 4-2 was the death at the end, and that was it. He had a very clean 4-2. Before then, he had a few. Actually, so one thing about Fantasma I do want to mention is that he died immediately in in 1-1. He died immediately in 1-2, I believe. No. He died immediately in 1-1. Then he died immediately in 2-1. Like at the very start with the car.
Right.
That was a bit unfortunate.
That car can throw you, definitely throw you. Yeah. Okay. I didn't see it, but yeah, I can imagine how you died there. Okay. Mm-hmm.
So neither of those were very significant time losses because he died very early in the level.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could easily come back with those two deaths. It really wasn't a big deal. What became a big deal was his he constantly was, I think, flubbing up either some movement or some other things here and there, and he did die quite a bit, and he was collecting a lot of cans to try and keep himself from game overing, which he did avoid a game over. That's the only thing that I think he should have worried about at that point, was just not game overing. Monch, earlier today, Monch was he was trying to do the thing where he was on his last life, so he doesn't really care about what he's doing, because if he gets hit or if he dies, then it's a game over. And that actually did not work out for him. He actually ended up game overing once, and that was in 4-2, I believe.
Yeah, I think I saw the VOD a bit. Yeah, I think he game over at 4-2, which actually not the first in tournament. I think you commented that it might be the first. Actually, my first match with Marlin, so he got also game over, unfortunately. So yeah.
And
yeah,
I believe Ghost. I think Ghost also game overed in the first match of the tournament. So I don't think what I said earlier was actually correct. But regardless, there have been some game overs in this tournament, and it's unfortunate to see them happen because I mean, you don't want to see yourself or other people die, because dying in this game is the worst punishment. You get set back all the way to the last checkpoint. It's a huge time loss depending on how far you were from the checkpoint. Like, Fantasma, he actually died in 3-2 after he hit the second checkpoint, and it was very far into the stage, so he lost a significant amount of time from 3-2.
Okay.
And that's what I warn people about. I warn people all the time that if you die in 3-2, like somewhere close to the end of the stage, you are going to eat a massive time loss. And unfortunately, we had to see that today.
Right. Yeah, I guess that level is, yeah, the second checkpoint, which is the last checkpoint, is like maybe not even half of the level. Like, it's very far from the end.
No,
and yeah, I always play the mine section pretty bit careful, especially some of the middle parts after crossing the first hole, the first like there's I think there's two occurrences where we just cross a very narrow path. So between those two, I call it the middle part of the mine. I usually never dash because that part is a bit tricky, where there are like trolleys crossing, and if I get hit by a trolley, I can fall down the hole instantly. And yeah, again, it's massive time loss if I die there. So yeah, I always play that part a bit safer. And yeah, I didn't die there today, so yeah, I think it works pretty fine for me. I didn't know that he died there. I didn't see that part. But yeah, I think I saw he died at 3-3 as well, and 4-3. 3-3 I saw it from the chat when I was waiting for 4-1 or 4-2, I forgot. And then for 4-3, because I finished my race, I saw the stream, and I think he died there as well. But yeah, it's a bit unfortunate.
It is a little bit unfortunate that we saw we saw Fantasma die in very, very critical spots. He died near the end in 3-2. He died in the middle of 3-3. And he died in the middle of 4-3, which are all massive time losses. So all of those compounded with like a couple of other deaths, random like deaths here and there. And it's unfortunate, but it's kind of how it rolls in this game. In what we've seen is basically kind of the worst of it. You get hit and you die a few times and you're behind a lot. So the only thing you can do if you're behind is try to go for like either canless or a bunch of skips, which we didn't really see any of those today, unfortunately. But regardless, without the skips, even though we didn't see any skips, you've proven today that even without skips, you can still play really consistently, and you can still get a good time. That's what you've proven here today.
I mean, yeah, I haven't practiced a lot of strats. For one truck skip might be the most complicated stuff that I can do. So I rely on my consistency and try to be as consistent as possible. Yeah, I won my first game sub 20 without any death. So yeah, and I think both my games up to that were sub like 20-30, like 20 something, which is good enough for me. Like yeah, as long as I don't mess up and I don't die much often, I think I can do that. Yeah. That's why even though I died less in my game versus Emilio, I was a bit disappointed because like I don't know a lot of tricks. I can't do 3-1 truck skip. So if I want to beat him, I have to be like deathless basically, and I didn't manage to do that, and I was lost by 9 seconds. So I was relying on my consistency for this tournament.
See, and that's not even really a bad thing. Monch and I were talking after the race earlier today, and we were talking about, basically just, the okay, we're joined by Ghost. Now Ghost, GG's, but unfortunately, we had some interesting takes today. So first of all, I just want to know how you feel right now.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know how to define this. I just play bad. This was one of my worst rounds ever. There's no doubt about that. I haven't liked what I have done. I haven't liked what happened in general here. From the beginning of the round, the game decided to drop my inputs, mostly my jumping ones.
Oh.
And that really annoyed me, because that death on the first stage was due to that. The game just simply decided to don't register my jumping input, but I'm assuming that also is emulator, because as I've said before, I'm using Dock Station. And some months ago when Monch, Emilio, and myself were testing emulators just to get rid from PSX Fin, we noticed that Dock Station emulated pretty well the PS1, but its problem was that it dropped a lot of inputs. And recently I have noticed that with new updates, the emulator has been worse on that aspect. And before the match, I decided to make a big mistake, that was to update the emulator.
Ooh.
And I think I'm gonna report that to the emulator developers, that on recent updates the emulator has been dropping a lot of inputs.
So what you're saying is that the emulator that you were using essentially was dropping a lot of inputs, and thus you weren't getting a lot of the jumps that you wanted to make.
Yes, it dropped. All my jumps were dropped by the emulator, because we know that after the dashings, there are some frames where you can you lose part of your momentum. You decide to jump or stuff like that, but also you cannot dash at the same time. But this was not the situation, definitely. I think it was easily noticeable that sections where I should needed to jump, like on 1-1 or 2-1 without cars, that there's a low chance that you can get hit by those, but I got hit by both of them, and that was really noticeable. That I tried to jump, but the game simply doesn't wanted to register that. And from that point, I knew that this was gonna be a bad run, so I just tried to be calm about that and just try to finish the run. That was what I was trying to do, because also I've been pretty busy, so I haven't touched the game since my last match. So I just tried to go as safe as possible, but looks like going safe means choke everything.
So something I brought up during the race actually was the fact that you've been very busy organizing this tournament, organizing another tournament. You haven't had a whole lot of time to practice.
Yeah, and today, without lying, and I'm not lying about this because well, I'm a volunteer also on SpeedGaming Network, but also I'm a content manager for the Spanish channel, SpeedGaming Español. And without lying, today we got like, including these Pepsiman matches, we got like 7 matches that I needed to manage.
Ooh.
And there was a lot of stuff also to do. And well with these 2 Pepsiman matches, also I needed to take care about the restream. Unfortunately, there was no any other gaming volunteer who were able to help me with these Pepsiman matches for today. But I don't blame that, and I don't wanna say that I have lost due to that. I was tired, and at some point I was going to tell to Jonathan that I was gonna drop from tournament, or maybe we can reschedule, because I was pretty tired. But I just said, okay, let's go, let's try to do the run, and whatever we got is gonna be good. But unfortunately, mistakes were made. The game decided to be troll, and I feel that it was really noticeable that I wasn't fine with my run. Honestly, I was planning to make a forfeit after that dead on 3-3, as I was telling to Emilio on the Spanish restream. I was planning to make a forfeit. I didn't want it to keep going with the run after that dead. Mostly because I hate that when I get hit there, because if I receive a hit on 3-3, that's a signal that I'm gonna die. Because for me, that's the most complicated boss stage for me. So I'm trying to be as safe as possible in that section for not receive damage, and well, I don't think that I need to explain what happened there. Everybody saw that.
No, you don't have to. We know, and you know, I hate to tell you this, but unfortunately, you are now knocked out of the tournament. Earlier today, we had someone else get knocked out from the tournament. We had Monch, unfortunately, get knocked out from the tournament. He was beaten by Flying Marlin, which means that the next match is going to be... Well, the next loser's match is going to be Flying Marlin versus Jonathan. But yeah, I hate to see you guys get eliminated like this. It's not fun for me to watch, especially because you guys are very like knowledgeable when it comes to this game. Monch especially. Monch, you know, he teaches a lot of people about the movement and the tech and what to do and how to do it in this game. Very knowledgeable person. You've been around in this community. You've organized this tournament. You know, I don't blame you for not having a lot of time to practice, because you've been organizing this tournament and many other tournaments. So it's I'm not blaming you for anything. If anything, we should be grateful that we're even allowed to have this tournament to begin with. So Ghost, thanks a lot for hosting this tournament for us and taking care of everything. It's very nice to be able to sit here and commentate this amazing gameplay that I'm watching in front of me right now.
Yeah, so thank you so much for doing the commentary. And I just want to clarify, I just played bad just by myself. I'm not blaming also anything related to what I have done today or on past days. I just played bad, and it was entirely my fault in most parts. So I have lost because I have played bad. That's the reason why I have lost. I'm not gonna say that it was something else that affected the run. I just have lost because I didn't play it well. Because honestly, as I said at the beginning, I haven't liked what I have done here. but the deed is done.
It's unfortunate to see you go, of course, but we do have a tournament to keep going with, and of course you know all about that. You are the TO after all. So Jonathan, congratulations on winning today's losers match. You're going to be moving on to losers semifinals. We're facing off against the Flying Marlin coming up here pretty soon. Ghost, I do want to ask you, since you're here now, are we going to be doing losers semifinals first, or are we going to be doing winners semifinals first?
Whoever comes first.
Whichever comes first. Oh man.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun because any of those matches gonna be good. I will say that it's gonna be better to have first winners finals, because with the loser will be moved to the losers bracket, and after Jonathan and Marlin match, we're gonna be having the person who's gonna be facing the one who loses on the semifinal. So
Ooh. So it's
whatever is gonna be good.
So it's more suspenseful for the person who loses in winners finals. So that way, like during losers semifinals, the winner's gonna have to be like, oh no, and I gotta face such and such in losers finals. Ooh, it's gonna be one spicy match though. Losers, I feel like losers finals is gonna be like that's gonna be like the big match, because it's like it's right before finals, like right before winners finals, and that's just, man, this tournament's starting to get good. I'm just saying that right now, it's starting to get really good. But on that note, I do want to say that thanks to everyone who came out to SpeedGaming to watch this Pepsiman Any Percent tournament. And guys, if I have to play Emilio soon, just know that's probably going to be the most content stream match that we've had so far. Because, and I'm going to tell you why, because winners finals is a best of 3, which means that we have to potentially play 3 whole games of Pepsi Man and determine who wins based on who gets the 2 out of 3 lowest times overall. That's going to be an experiment because we haven't done that yet. So it's going to be very interesting.
Don't get worried about that. Being aware about how Emilio is, he will play dumb. So you just need to keep practicing, and everything is gonna be fine.
I doubt that.
Practices, but being aware about how does he is, he's gonna do something really dumb during his match. But also, I will wish the best of luck to him. I'm gonna try to tell him to don't do what does he uses to do when he play the game. I'm gonna try. That's gonna be a complicated part of that match, trying to make him playing in a way that he's really focused, trying to take serious the match instead of trying to do whatever he used to do. But yeah, definitely that's gonna be an interesting match to. But I don't think if I'm gonna be having time to comment that match in English or Spanish, since on next weekends we're gonna be having some stuff on Spanish channel that I need to manage.
No, that's all right. I mean, you're doing enough work already.
Yeah, based on the round 2 results, I think you have much better result than Emilio. But I guess anything can happen. Like and
everything can happen, definitely.
No, Emilio, I think he was messing around. He was having fun in his match. You could tell he was having fun because every time he got done with the level, he would go look at the face cam and start dancing, showing off stuff, start making faces at the camera. You know, he's a character. Such a character that guy is.
That's what I have said. What I have said.
But anyways, so again, on that note, thanks to everyone for watching. We don't currently have a schedule planned yet for winners finals winners semifinals or losers semifinals. We're gonna have to find that out as we go along. But just know that semifinals is happening in general. That's the next match. So next match is either gonna be me versus Emilio, best of 3 in winners semifinals, or we're gonna have losers semifinals, best of 1, Jonathan versus Flying Marlin. So just look forward to that, guys. And again, thanks for watching. See you soon, and have
Yeah,
a Pepsi.
Yeah,
Have a
I
good
think I
night,
should
guys.
say like thanks Gus for like organizing this. Yeah, it's unfortunate if it's always like unfortunate if you got like betrayed by your setup. Yeah, I actually like got pretty lucky and glad today because I have non ideal setup as well. Yeah, I was actually in a travel. If you see my background, it's different than what I usually have. But yeah, I have some issues with some connection like several minutes before the match as well. But yeah, I guess it's just fortunate for me that it doesn't happen during the match. And yeah, again, I'm very sorry that it happened to you. But thanks again for organizing this tournament. And yeah, thanks all for watching. And yeah, have a Pepsi.
And also, thanks guys for being part of this. And yes, but Jonathan and me and Jonathan needed to deal with a lot of problems in our sides, but at the end we were able to have the match, which is an important part of this. Now it's time to have a Pepsi because I really need one after this awful run.
Well,
That
Ghost, you
Pepsi gods really betrayed me on this night.
well, you could try Pepsi Cream Soda, the new flavor that they just rolled out. Could try that.
That flavor is not here in Mexico.
No,
But
that sucks.
we have an exclusive Pepsi that it's called Pepsi Kick that has some caffeine on it. It's Pepsi with caffeine. And I remember that some years ago I told that to Boix, and for some reason he really after I told him that, he really wanted to give it a try to it. And I'm pretty sure if I remind him that, he's gonna be selling that again. But yeah, that's an exclusive flavor in Mexico, a Pepsi with caffeine.
You know, I kind of wish that Boix could be here to help commentate these matches because he would have.
I will try to see if he can help us commentating with some matches.
It'd be interesting to hear his input since he was the OG world record holder before Emilio got a hold of it.
Yeah, I was not old enough to on this community to know him, but I think I saw him playing in GDQ in some of the videos in YouTube. But yeah, I think he's quite an enjoyable guy.
Let's
So
say
yeah.
that thanks to him, Pepsiman began like, having some attention to the speed game, and also I decided to run this game due to him because I played this game when I was a kid. Because Latin America, PlayStation era, a lot of piracy, and for some reason, a lot of games that were not released in America were released here on a not very legal way. But since I saw him giving a try, I said, okay, I need to give a try to this, and now here we are, and honestly, I still cannot believe that we're having a tournament of this.
Like, wow, I'm
Yeah.
organizing a tournament. Wait, I'm organizing a tournament.
Yeah, I was like that. And I'm not gonna lie. Still cannot believe that this is a thing. Definitely. Well, then that's all I have to say. I really need to go for some Pepsi before going to sleep because I really need to sleep.
Well, again, this is the second outro I'm doing, but again, thanks guys for watching and coming out here. It's been a real pleasure. Thanks to both Ghost and Jonathan for coming out here today, and for Monch and Flying Marlin for doing their match earlier today. A double dose of Pepsiman Any Percent today. Now that's a new record for right now. Now, if we get 3 matches in one day, that's going to be a bit hard to schedule, but
Maybe on a future edition.
But 2 matches in one day, that's a new record. And I gotta say, it's actually been pretty exciting to watch 2 matches in one day because we're making good progress, and everyone gets to see more Pepsi Man, which is a great thing. But on that note again, thanks guys for watching. Stay safe, and of course, have a Pepsi.
Have a Pepsi.
Pepsi for TV game.
Bye guys, and have a good night.